Hey everyone, how's it going? So on this episode we're going to get the little GS running. Well, not running, we're going to test ride it. So in previous videos you've seen I've replaced the brake cylinder for the front. I've also put the spacers in, and you've got to tighten that up. Got to put a new battery in. I'll get the tank off my daughter's KLX 140 and I'll temporarily rig it up here, and we're going to actually take this for a run. Why? Well, why not? It's the only bike I haven't ridden in the whole fleet. I've had this for a couple of months now, been playing with it on and off, and I just thought, why not give it a run? See if, well, reason I want to do it, I want to see, one, test the brakes. I'm not going overly fast on it. I just want to run it up and down the street, see if make sure everything works. I've done it before. I've gone through the gears in a previous video, made sure it's run. We've had it running, but we're going to tidy this up and we're actually going to give it a test run. Then we're going to decide what we're going to do with it. All right, so I've done a dodgy hookup of the tank. Seats on, it's all connected up. The wiring's just loomed up there for the time being. I'll put another tie up around here to hold these cables out the way. Now I spent an hour trying to figure out there was a problem. It wouldn't turn over, and the problem was that the wiring was all over the shop, and I actually always consult your wiring diagram. It's probably what I'm trying to get at. I had one of the wires connected into the wrong spot. It's probably damaged some of the lights. Not a big deal, but I have to go through and sort it all out. But just gotta take it for a quick spin, make sure it'll run through the gears. The brakes will actually do what they're meant to do. But brakes pull you up, just a few little things. So this will be the only time I'll be riding it. Anyway, we're going to take it out, give it a run, and then we'll come back. All right, so she's running very loud because there's. It's very loud because there's no exhaust, but being a 125, it's not too bad. All right. All right, here goes nothing. I'll put her in gear. Oop. All right, so the speedo's not working. That's probably as fast as I'm going to go on her. Well, brakes need a bit of work. Bit of a pop. Alright, brakes are terrible. They'll have to do something about that. But it runs. You got to keep it up in the revs. We've got to do something about those brakes. They are terrible. If you keep the revs up, probably can't hear me, but yeah, she's not too bad. Alright. That was fun. Brakes is shot. There you have it. It works. Alright. Alright, we'll give it one more go. So I was very happy with that. Alright. The brakes are very weak, so what I'd say they need a full overhaul, so I'll probably pull them apart and give them a clean if I keep it. But she works. The brakes work, but they definitely need, they probably need a bit more of an overhaul than what I got done. It revs freely through the rev range, even with my 115 kilos on it. Alright, so that was a lot of fun. Got really hot. So got changed back in my shorts, still sweating like there's no tomorrow. That'll be the last time I ride the bike. I know it runs now, so I was quite happy. Speedo wasn't working, so I'll have to check why. It's probably the cable is gone. I'm not 100% sure. What we found, you can see the gear positions going through the gears, the tacho was working, Speedo wasn't working, so it's hot. So not sure if I'll look deeper into why the Speedo's not working. I don't know. I'll just go check the cable. Many ways to test it. Right. So what's going to become of this bike? Well, I've learned a little bit on it. I figured out how to get it started and running, and was very happy about that. So it's running. It's running. I've done the brakes, but they're going to need redoing. My advice would be to redo them. I'd probably braid the lines and probably rebuild the calipers. Now I'm just going to put my daughter's bike back together, and that will do me. So in the first video I talked about how there was 3 options for this bike. So in my first video I talked about a few options for this bike. You could bucket race it. I spoke to the Bucket Race Association. You can race this model, but it wouldn't be too competitive. Whew, it's hot. It wouldn't be too competitive, so that probably rules that one out. To restore one, I looked at the parts for it. By the time you bought the parts, put them on, tidied it up, you could buy the equivalent for $500 to $700. So probably not an option there. The third option is to cafe race it, sort of set it up as a cafe racer. And if I haven't sold it in 2 weeks, that's probably what I'm going to do with it. And what we're going to do, we're going to sell off all the parts, like the tailpiece, the seats, the Speedo, anything that doesn't fit the cafe racer theme. We'll sell it off, and whatever we make, we'll use that to buy parts. We'll probably use cheaper parts from eBay. What I'll most likely do is I'll do a series. We'll look deeper into it and go from there. Anyway, I'll leave it in fate's hand. We're going to advertise it on Gumtree and City Cafe Racers Facebook page. If someone's interested in it, happy days. If not, I'll have a crack at cafe racing, and who knows. So why sell it after doing all this work to it? Well, quite simple. I've got 2 lots of Rego coming up, one for the Grisso and the other for the Laro. It's orbit ready. I've got to I've got to replace a broken seal on the Laro that's causing it to leak when it runs, but as you've seen from previous videos, it is running. So I'm going to focus on getting this one registered. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next vid.